Hey everyone, just going to give you guys a real quick overview. As you can see, I got the HTC Evo, which I got on launch day yesterday. I want to do a quick comparison between that and my iPhone, because I've had my iPhone for about 2.5 years now. And all the while before I bought this iPhone, I really didn't care for Apple, and it came out with the iPhone and I decided to give it a try. It's a first generation iPhone, 4 gigs, and I pretty much have hated every day that I've had this phone. Not that it's a bad phone, so to say, but I really haven't enjoyed the restrictions that Apple has been putting on this device. Give you a quick hardware comparison between the two of them. This phone specifically, I love the hardware on it. It's got an all-aluminum frame to it, which unfortunately gave it some shoddy reception from time to time, but I really feel like this thing was very solidly built. I'll give you a good comparison on that. If you take a look right there, I don't think it's going to focus very well. Bought this in September of 2007, and Christmas of 2007 I dropped this phone right onto the corner right here, and that caused kind of a spider crack right here. I got really lucky. It didn't actually crack anything on the actual viewing surface, but it did crack right there. And 2.5 years later, this device is still running. Touchscreen is completely functional all the way up to the very corner, and I have no issues using this phone hardware wise. And I'll even show you on this app right here. Come on. Okay, bad program to try and show you that on. There we go, Doodle Buddy. And if I come in here, you can see I can paint all the way up into the corner with that, no problem, no issues whatsoever. So, you know, while I've hated the restrictions that Apple's put on this device, I really have not been able to complain too much about the hardware. It was a really nice piece of hardware. That brings me to the Evo, which I bought, which this is the live wallpaper that I'm using right now. I got it, the free version from the marketplace, and it's an aquarium, and I absolutely love this live wallpaper. I love live wallpapers in general, but this one really seemed to stand out. It seems to add a lot of depth to your phone's home screen, and it's fairly convincing actually. I've really been impressed with this app. HTC Sense, you can see I have the default widget up here with the weather and the time, and I really just love the look of it. I actually found something similar and put it on my wife's Samsung Moment that I got yesterday because I really just love the look of it. This phone in general, hardware wise, and the reason I got so in depth on the hardware on the original iPhone is because hardware wise, I'm not as impressed with the build quality of this phone. I mean, it's nice, but it's nothing compared to the all aluminum solid piece construction that this thing is. This is nice, I just don't feel like it's as robust as the iPhone. And that's not to say it's bad, it's just not where the other one's at. I don't want to beat a dead horse with a lot of this stuff. I mean, kickstand, you guys have probably all seen that stuff. Anyone watching this video probably knows all about the specs of this phone. I don't really need to rehash that for you guys. But things I really enjoy, favorites widget for, you know, people in my family and friends that I want to be able to contact real quickly. And Fring has been great. I don't want you guys to see my contacts in there. I think I'll just avoid that for now. But I did test this. I was able to make a Skype video call on this device to a computer and receive video from the other end and transmit video from here to the other end. It does work. I can't wait for Skype to actually put out a app of their own for that. I don't really like using third-party apps like Fring, but it's about as good as it's going to get for now, I guess. things I liked about this device over the iPhone, again, it really comes down to the restrictions that Apple put on me. One of the first things I installed on this device was, let me find them, Nesoid Lite. It's a NES emulator, and I really love this thing. I'm able to just take whatever ROMs I have and begin playing old school Nintendo games using this device. Something I wasn't able to do on the iPhone. Not only because Apple wouldn't approve an app like this, but also because Apple doesn't give you any access to the file system to be able to load your own ROMs onto the device. So a lot of reasons why this would never work on an iPhone unless you jailbroke your device, which I personally don't do. Let me think of other restrictions. And you know, that's another restriction that got me was the file system. As you can see, I installed Astro on here. It's a real good file browser. It's one of the highest rated file browsers on the market, and you can see it just gives me access to the entire SkyDrive, or I mean the SD card that's on here. And which brings me to the next thing I really liked about this device is being able to just drag and drop videos onto the device.